Welcome back to the Overlooked Podcast, everybody. On today's episode of Overlooked, we talk to NFL defensive back and former Ohio State Buckeye, Tyvis Powell. Tyvis talks about his journey through the NFL, playing on multiple teams in the league, and his time at Ohio State under Urban Meyer. Tyvis also shares his thoughts on the social justice movement in football and gives some predictions on the most untraditional NFL and college seasons in sports history. Hey.
What's going on? I'm sorry, I'm up here looking for my daughter's butt wipes.
It's all good, man. Tyvis Powell, baby. How's it going, big dog?
It's going good. Everything is going well.
I see you managing the family right now.
Yeah. I don't know where they is. My daughter's sitting right here. All right. Problem solved.
Hey, man, family first. We all know that.
Man.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have you on the OVL podcast. How's your day going so far?
Going good, got up at 6:30, got me a little workout in, went hit the track later on. It's been going good. Got to go down to Columbus and do my own pod, so,
Man, that's crazy. You say you got up at 6, so you still keeping that college grind? You still keeping that same schedule that you've been having your whole life?
Yeah, but ever since about I say maybe the 11th grade, I've been getting up at 6 because my high school head coach would make me work out at 6. And it was kind of one of those things where I like to get it done and get it out the way, so that way you got the whole day to do whatever you want to do. Exactly. But ever since I had my daughter, it's like she wake up around that time anyways. So I get up to feed her, and then after I feed her and put her back to sleep, I'm like, well, I'm up. I might as well go ahead and knock out my workout. So I got the rest of the day do whatever.
Man, that's crazy. It's a super throwback too, because I remember back in the days when we had to choose our lift times. You know what I'm saying? And
yes, sir.
Everybody would be trying to go early.
Yes, sir. Actually, at college, nobody really wanted to go at 6, but I was like, shoot, I don't mind.
Had a whole day. The whole day is yours after that.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. You got the hard part out the way.
Exactly. So pretty much just starting out for fans who probably need to be refreshed. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I started playing football when I was 9 years old. I have an older brother. He's 3 years older than me, and he started playing when he was probably 9 or 10. And at that time, I was too young to play. But I always wanted to be like him, though. Like, I was like, me and him used to always, go in the backyard and play football all the time.
Right.
So once I finally got older, so when I was 7, when I was following around at 7, he would teach me things about football. So when I got to 9, I was kind of advanced. So when I went out there when I went to play my first year, they were surprised, he's good. He's fast. I was about one of the tallest players on the team. But at the time, it was that was my first time going against people that was older than me type thing. So my heart wasn't ready. Physically I was ready, but my heart wasn't ready. Right. So when it was Tyvis, we need you to go in the game type thing, I kind of froze up because I'm I ain't ready yet.
Exactly.
Ready. And I remember that point in my life, and I was just so disappointed in myself. You got everything it takes to be great and to be good, but you it's not in your heart right now type thing. Because I was in my mind as a kid, I'm they older than me, they're better than me type thing. Mm-hmm. So I remember that the next year I took the year off. I was 10 years old. I was like, you know what? I
took the year off.
I took the year. I was like, I ain't even gonna do it. My coach, my community league coach, used to be like, Tyvis, man, you gotta come play. He's like, I got you equipment anytime you're ready. And I'm like, I'm not playing this year type thing. So I didn't play that whole season. He played that whole season. And he still to this day, he still brings that up. I can't believe you took that year off. You'll be so much better if you would have just played. Come back 11 years old now. Now, 11 years old, my mom was right. My heart was right. My mind was right. I didn't care if the person was 50. I was ready. It didn't matter to me at the time. So I think I needed that year off just to get my mind right, mentally prepare myself. And from that moment on, I've been just good ever since.
Man, that's what's up. And now being a DB myself from Chicago, I really followed Midwest sports, very closely. And
Yeah.
so, and so I followed you throughout your season, at Ohio State. And I vividly remember the GoPro draft story that they did on your team.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that. You know what? I ain't watched that in so long, but you know what? Usually before every football season, I used to watch that to keep myself like amped up and motivated, because I was like that right there showed like that I was slept on, like type thing. Like they really
Overlooked you, bro.
like they like I ain't good though. Like that's what like y'all take all these people, y'all gonna say that they better than me type thing. So I was like, okay. I took it like, all right, I'm about to go show y'all something. Show you something. So I took my chances and went to Seattle after that. And I ended up making the team that year as an undrafted rookie against all odds.
Yes, sir.
And I had a solid season. Yeah, it was nice.
Man, that's beautiful. And I remember, so it basically followed, your training up from the Senior Bowl all the way, your path to the draft. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
So what was that experience like, working with GoPro and documenting these sacred moments of your career?
Oh, that was fun, man. GoPro got some, because they was all kind of young. Like, the people that I was working with was kind of young. So it was a dope, like, crowd to talk to. They didn't, like I wouldn't say they knew a lot about football. So I was giving them a lot of, like, the inside looks of what goes on type thing. And it was kind of cool. Like, the Senior Bowl was cool with it. Like, they was like, you can do whatever you want. Just wear the camera whenever you want to and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool to see how many people, like, didn't mind me, like, documenting my life, basically. Like, they was very supportive. I remember going to the Senior Bowl. We did, like, a bunch of things. And they was like, you can wear the thing. You can wear the thing all the way until, basically, it's time to go in the game. Man. And I was like, all right, man. That's what I ended up doing. So it was cool.
Man, that's what's up. And so you made it farther than most guys, on the NFL and just the football journey in general. So are you currently a free agent at the moment?
Yes, currently, yes, I am.
You have an extensive background in the NFL. A lot of relationships that you've built. You played on multiple different teams, throughout your career. And so what's it like jumping around, from NFL team to NFL team without a clear future in sight?
Stressful, for one, I tell you that. It is not something that I would recommend people do. I don't know. For me, it was always like I don't know. It was kind of like people didn't really I've been in the league. This would be my 5th year in the league. And I feel like through the 5 years I've been in the league, I never really got like a fair shake to like start. Like, I feel like I got all the qualities to be a good starter in the league, but for some odd reason, teams just haven't given me that opportunity type thing. And it's not like I don't practice well. It's not like when I get in, I don't do well. So it was always like, what is it? What is that? So I wish somebody would have just told me, like, what is that one thing that you need to see from me for me to prove to you that, like, I am good enough to do this? And for me, and my first few years in the league, I kind of bounced back and forth. Right? Like, I came in college, I was the safety. Then I got to Seattle. They made me go to corner. Then I left there. I went to the Browns, play safety. Left the Browns, went to the Colts, play safety. Then they switched me to corner. No, actually, I went to corner. Then they switched me to safety. Then I go back to Seattle as a corner. Then I go to San Fran as a corner. Then they switch.
Oh, my God. We're getting lost in transition right now.
It's kind of like I never really got to have, like, a groove. Like, once I just started getting good at my spot, like, comfortable at my spot, they would switch my position and make me go play something else, which is fine. I mean, it's not as bad as it seems, but it does make a difference because it's like you need the repetition. You need the reps at it to be, like, great, basically.
Exactly.
And to keep flipping back and forth, now you got to learn a whole new position type thing. And it was a lot, but you know what? I was willing to do it because, like, it was my dream to be in the NFL. So, and it was good that I had the ability to do it. But I think if I would have just stuck with one thing, like, that kind of was one thing I think about. Like, if I just came in the league and just played just strictly safety, like, I wonder how much successful I would have been. Type thing. Like, I don't know if me flipping back and forth was good or bad for my, like, career, if that makes sense. That's what it's been like. Not having a clear future in mind, though. You kind of don't think about that. Like once you go to a different team, you kind of think like, all right, it's a fresh start. I'm gonna just do everything they asked me to do it to the best of my ability, and let the chips fall where they may. It's another opportunity basically. I never looked at it like, this could potentially be my last one. I was always like, I'm gonna make this one the for sure one type thing. Exactly. So I always had that mindset, and I felt like the one that caught me by surprise was my last year in San Fran, and this past season when I was in Denver. So the San Fran one caught me off guard because they had moved me to safety, and I made my first NFL start. We was going against Oakland on the Thursday night game. Okay. And it was a short week, and I was at corner, but I knew safety. Like I knew it, but they was like, just know both type thing.
Man, they stayed doing that, bro. I feel you.
Right. So that's it. Just, know both. So anyway, let me tell you, this is how they did me. So before we even get to the Oakland game, we was playing Arizona. And I was active that game, but they was like, Tyvis, you are a corner this week. Strictly corner, don't even worry about safety. So I'm like, bet, right?
Right. That's perfect.
I'm on special teams. Like, all right, boom, we doing good, blah, blah, blah. So our starting safety goes down. So the backup goes in. Like, all right, cool. So I'm at corner anyway. So I'm like, ain't got nothing to do with me, right? So then the backup safety goes down. So they like, Tyvis, we need you to go in at safety. So I'm like, if you haven't seen the movie Any Given Sunday, at the beginning of the movie, right, the two quarterbacks go down, and Jamie Foxx on the bench sitting there talking, eating sunflower seeds, chatting at the end of the bench, and they like, Beeman, I told you to warm up 5 minutes ago. He was like, oh wait, what happened? That's how I was. I was sitting on the sideline down there talking to my boys, and they like, all I hear is Tyvis, you gotta go in. I'm like, what happened? So I get thrown in the game, and we going against Arizona, and everything. We actually went in, forced a fumble. It was like 2 minutes and some change left. Forced a fumble, we get it. Yeah, we get it. So in football, you get the ball with 2 minutes. Offense get the ball with 2 minutes left. They get one first down. That's game. Mm-hmm. I done forced the phone. I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm getting ready to talk to the press after the game. Like,
exactly.
Look, they should have been put me in. You know how I do, right? Look, the offense goes out there. They goes 3 and out, and we punt the ball away. So I'm like, all right.
Go back.
We got to just hold the lead. Just hold the lead. They end up throwing like a chunk play, first play. Like, all right, we good. Make long story short, they get down to the red zone. They hit me in the back of the end zone for a game-winning touchdown. I was like, oh, my God. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's over with, man. They're going to fire me. They're going to fire me this upcoming week. They're going to cut me for sure and bring somebody new in. And my position coach, Jeff Halfley, who's now at Boston College, he was like, you know what, Tyvis, after the game, he's like, Tyvis, don't even worry about it. That's on me. I'm going to take that because you wasn't prepared to even go in that game. They shouldn't even did you like that, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm hot about it, though. I'm like, man. Anyways, so the short week comes. They like, Tyvis, you know what? We're gonna weigh that. We're going to let you just go ahead and start this next game and see how you do. I'm like, all right, bet. So right? I'm like, all right, man. I think it's like year 3 in the league. So I'm thinking, man, after 3 years, man, I'm finally about to be a starter. Like I'm starting my first NFL game. It's a Thursday night game. Everybody gonna be watching type thing. All right, man. So I go out there and I do fairly well. I do everything right, perfect, blah blah blah. We blow them out. We blow Oakland out. I don't remember the score, but we end up blowing them out. So I'm thinking everything good, man. Come in the next week, get released, man. I just couldn't believe it. I was like, I know, right? That's what I'm talking about. Now you see how I got caught off guard, because I'm like, what? Yeah, got released the next week, man. And then they ended up bringing me back for the last 2 games, but it wasn't nothing serious. So then last year I spent majority of my time not on the team. Then I ended up signing with Denver's practice squad towards the end of the year. and did really well. You know, I got to Denver. So in my mind in Denver, I'm like, listen, man, my mind right. Listen, they got me strictly at safety. So I'm like, bet. All right, I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show the world, like, I am that thing at safety. Like, y'all gonna put some respect on my name. Yeah, y'all gonna respect my name, right? So I'm in practice every way, balls to the wall. Like, I'm making plays, right? I'm making plays.
I feel it.
Right? Yeah, so I'm like, man. Even the coach is like, you know what, Tyvis, you looking good out there, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I never get activated. I never get to the active roster, but they signed me to a futures deal, which is a good thing. If they sign you to a futures deal, that mean they see some potential in you. They like, Tyvis, you know, we see you in our future type thing. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm like, all right, off season, at least I got a team that I can, you know, grind my way, work my way up on. After the draft, they called me right after the draft. We about to start meetings on Monday because the COVID thing had hit. So we started meetings on Monday at like 10 o'clock. They called my phone at 9:30. I said, oh, my God.
What did they say?
Tyvis, yeah, we're going to re-release you. We making some moves. So that's how my last conversation went with the team. So those two right there caught me off guard. Like, I was just like, I don't know what I need to do. Like, I don't understand it. I don't, but it is what it is. And that's where I'm at today.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not too many people give much insight about, you know, the life of being on the practice squad and then doing well.
No, the practice squad is a grind, man, because you got to do so much extra work. They even sometimes make you play positions that you've never played before.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just you do all this extra stuff, and you don't even, like, necessarily, it doesn't guarantee you, like you're not solidified, I should say. Like, practice squad players get cut and signed every week. Like, you're never safe. Like, if they cut you, it's not like they losing anything valuable to them. So it's crazy.
Man, sometimes I'd be like, man, but sometimes these dudes be giving good looks, man, on the practice squad. You know,
I promise you. Look, I the right hand to I will send you my clip from practice, and you gonna be like, that for real? I'm like, listen, man, I don't get it either. I don't get it.
Man, it's crazy. But I mean, hey, you definitely had the road to glory leading up to Ohio State. You know, the powerhouse. Yeah. Now you were recruited by Jim Tressel and Urban Meyer. So did the coaching staff change, like, in any way affect your recruitment?
No. Well, I mean, it didn't matter who was on the coaching staff. I was still coming to Ohio State. But as far as, like, I was already committed, so I guess Urban just went ahead and just accepted it like that. But I think if Jim Tressel never gave me the offer, I don't know if Urban would have recruited me type thing. So I'm actually grateful for Jim for that. Because I don't think Urban would have gave me a scholarship.
At least he hooked it up. He hooked it up before he got
right. So it was a good thing that I was already committed, and he just honored the commitment. So that's good.
Man, I mean, you had offers from Power 5 schools across the country. Now, would you say it was destiny for you to choose Ohio State? Was it a no-brainer compared to the other schools?
Absolutely. Listen. Ever since 2002, man, I wanted to go to Ohio State. Once they beat Miami in the Fiesta Bowl, I said, yeah, for sure. But the Natty, I'm going there for sure. Hey, there ain't no way. Like, I told my grandma and everybody, like, I'm going to Ohio State. If I get the chance, that's where I want to play. So when that offer came, it was like, don't nobody even need to call no more. We good. I already know where I'm going.
And you know they're going to be calling because, you know, schools see Ohio State. They're like, all right, well, Michigan State, what are y'all?
We got to holler. We got to see what this dude about. we got to see about him.
Exactly. So, all right, so now this past summer was arguably, inarguably, the summer of athlete empowerment in college sports. Now, what's changed since you've played in terms of athletes, like, speaking out?
Well, they're definitely doing it more. I think now they have some of these college athletes got, like, such a large voice, or people, like, a large following, so people listen to what they say. And it was just a beautiful thing to see, like, a lot of people that was speaking out on social injustice, the COVID thing, like telling people to, wear their masks. It was just a lot. It was just good to see, like, of all races, usually, especially when it comes to the social injustice, it was just like, it was good to see this time that it just wasn't black players. It was white players that was coming in, because their voices, like, it was good that they finally recognized it. Like, for all these years, people just kind of like turned the eye to it, like, or like in private, they'll say, like, I understand what's going on and I feel where you're coming from. But it was good for them to voice their opinion publicly. It's like, wow, like, y'all, all right, so we not just teammates. Like, you actually do care about me as a human being.
In real life, you know what I'm saying?
Right, like, so this is like, you mess with me outside of this facility type thing. Like, that's what it felt like to see, like, the white athletes speak out on that. So, yeah, it was college sports definitely, they definitely did their thing with that this year for sure.
Yeah, man. And I mean, you seen that they were doing the whole opting out, like, of the season and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, would you say that your generation of players would have done the same?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Listen, it's like, I get it, like, why players are opting out. I get why they doing it, but, like, for me, like, I couldn't have done it. Because it's of the players that I was playing with. Like, those is like my brothers. Like, we'd have been in college for 3 to 4 years together. We done went through the best times and the worst times, and it's like, I had the most fun playing with them. So, and when you get to the pros, it's not like that. Like, because the roster's always changing. So, like, anytime you try to get like your best friend could be somebody like that's undrafted, but he might be gone. He might be released the next week type thing. Like, you might have a new corner or a new safety that you got to work with the next week. In college, no matter what, unless somebody get hurt, you will be seeing the same person.
Yeah, that's your dog.
Yeah, like, this my roommate. I've been with the guy for 3 years. Even if he ain't been a starter, he's still been here type thing. So it's like one of those type things where it's like, you ain't got no choice but to like deal with that person. So it's kind of like a family atmosphere. Like, in the league, they try to call it like a family thing, but like I say, the roster changes. People get released all the time. So it's kind of hard to build that bond with people, and they here today, going tomorrow type thing. So back to the point though. No, I would have played because, like I said, I enjoy playing with my friends or my brothers, and I had the best times with them. So I felt like I would have let them down if I wouldn't have played type thing.
Right. Absolutely. It's been a weird season. I mean, the uncertainty of the games and the schedule just kind of being up in the air. Like, what are your thoughts on the season up to this point, and looking forward?
I think it's been all right. Some games been canceled, like, as of to be expected. I mean, because you can't control everything. I think they're doing a fairly decent job with it, controlling it as much as they can. But it's a lot of players on NFL and college teams, so it's hard to limit who people see and who they're around. Mm-hmm. That's tough. But I think they're doing pretty good. Moving forward, I'm scared moving forward because it's just like the whole world is spiking. And I pray that the season don't just get canceled. But the way it's been looking lately, man.
Right, you got the SEC canceling games. Now, SEC don't never cancel nothing.
Yeah, man, it's not been looking good lately. So I pray that, people start washing their hands and wearing masks and stuff like that so we can stop the spread. But, like, if it keeps continue going the way it's going,
you ain't going back to Columbus? You gonna go to the next game, or what's up?
Yeah, right. It might not make it, man. Look, and I'm mad that Old State canceled theirs this week, man. It hurt my heart. You know how boring it is to not watch them play on Saturdays, man? I basically don't even want to watch college football, to be honest with you.
I feel you. Especially being in Ohio, you know what I'm saying? It's like you looking forward to seeing them Bucks play. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Because you know they gonna win, man. It's just a matter of how much they win by. That's what we want to see. Like, how much they win by.
Work. So the team right now is being led by Justin Fields. Now, some people are saying that he might be the best quarterback that Ohio State has seen. Now, what are your thoughts on that? Where does Justin Fields rank in your Ohio State quarterback?
Right now, he's doing some amazing things. I really wish he would have gotten a whole season. It's sad that his games is getting cut short. But right now, the way he's playing, I mean, he's lights out. As far as the best quarterback of Ohio State history, like that's
a lot right there.
I mean, listen, he's making a great argument for it, but like he got to. We'll see once he finishes the job. Well, if the job gets done, then yeah, we'll talk about that. But right now, it's too early to call because it's a lot that can still go on. So, but if he continues to play the way he's playing, he definitely will be in that conversation for sure.
Nice. All right, cool. And wrapping up with this, what would you say some of your predictions are for the NFL and college season?
As in, like, who's going to win it all?
Yeah, who's going to win it all if we get there?
Oh, well, we know Ohio State going to win. It's going to be Ohio State versus Clemson. It's going to be the battle of the future #1 picks. Whoever has the best game will probably potentially be the first pick in the draft, so it's going to be a lot to play for. It's going to be a lot for the Heisman. So it's going to be a lot. Going to be a lot. So I'm definitely going to be Ohio State versus Clemson. Even though Clemson did lose to Notre Dame.
Just lost.
I'm not willing to believe. I'm not drinking the Notre Dame Kool-Aid, okay? I'm not saying that Notre Dame is back to the old Notre Dame. But they did play well, and they should have blew Clemson out. But I think Trevor Lawrence does make a huge difference for them. So that will be interesting to see. And as far as the NFL goes, I'm torn. I'm torn because at the beginning of the year, I said it was going to be I thought it was going to be Seattle versus Kansas City. But the way Seattle's pass defense has been lately, I just don't see it
happening. What, like these past couple games?
You know what? I was talking to my friend. It hurts my heart to see that they have fallen to this because it's really bad. Like they putting up one of the worst seasons ever. But they're winning games, and I mean Russell's doing his thing, but it's not gonna happen forever. Like like obviously last week they ran into a problem. But so I can't I'm gonna have to go against them because I'm not saying Seattle's gonna win it. I think Kansas City it's gonna be Kansas City versus Pittsburgh, I think, to make it out the AFC for sure. And I think Kansas City's gonna win because that pass and attack is too much.
Yeah, it's too mean, man. It's too mean.
Yeah, it's a lot, and you got to play. You got to be extremely disciplined. And I mean, granted, Pittsburgh's pass rush is really good, and they're gonna have to go put in a lot of work to get to Mahomes and contain them. But I think he's just gonna magician some stuff, end up getting them in there. So I have to say Kansas City, and to make it out of the NFC, that's the problem, right? Because I want to say Green Bay, like I really do.
I hate Green Bay. With a passion.
I really want to say Green because they are playing really well right now. I can't lie.
Aaron Rodgers is playing well.
But the whole team is playing well. Aaron Rodgers is always playing well. And Aaron Rodgers is one of them quarterbacks that he gets better week to week to week. He always gets one or two bad games, but then he gets better every week after that. And he's already had that one game against Tampa Bay. It was terrible. Yeah. But I want to say, man, it might be it's either Green Bay or I'm calling the Saints.
The Saints.
Yeah, I wanted to pick Tom, man, but I wanted to pick Tom and the Buccaneers, but
they're rebuilding, man.
They can't stay healthy, man. They keep every week it's a receiver down or something, and then the Saints just did them real bad. So I don't know, but I'm scared to bet against Tom, though. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to bet against Tom, but I think it's either it's gonna come down to Green Bay and the Saints. And I don't know who's gonna win out of that, but Kansas City for sure.
Kansas City. All right. Well, hey, I guess we'll see, man, and we'll have to. I'll be excited. I hope you keep that same energy next time you come on the podcast, bro. Because
no, I always had this energy. Come on now, you gonna be like, man, he called it. He sure called it.
All right. Well, that's what's up, man. It was great having you on the OVL podcast, my guy. Stay up. We look forward to seeing you on the NFL team soon, my.
Appreciate that, man. God willing.
Sir. All right. Take care, brother.
Thanks for tuning in to the Overlook Podcast. Be sure to tune in to the No Cap Pod hosted by Tyvis Powell and 11 Warriors. Stay tuned for next week's episode.